American YouTuber and boxer Jake Paul intends to win the world heavyweight title next year after 2 fights already scheduled for this year against Mike Perry legendary Mike Tyson. Jake Paul is confident that Mike Perry and Mike Tyson will not be able to stop him. 27-year-old Jake Paul was supposed to have a boxing match against the legendary Mike Tyson on July 20 in Texas, but the 57-year-old former champion had health problems and the fight was postponed to November 15th. After postponing the fight against Mike Tyson to November, he decided not to stand idle and hold a boxing match against UFC NBKFC fighter Mike Perry on July 20 in Florida. "I'm unstoppable," Paul said. "People need to stop doubting me and understand that I take the sport more seriously than 99% of professional boxers. I'm obsessed with it." During his professional career, Tyson took part in 58 fights, winning 50 of them, 44 by knockout, and suffering 60 defeats. The fights with the famous athlete were declared no contest. Mike is now 57 years old. YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul officially set a time line for his pursuit of a world title. While speaking to ESPN's Andreas Hale, Paul declared that he will attempt to become a champion boxer next year following his fight against legendary heavyweight Mike Tyson, which was originally scheduled for July 20 but had to be postponed to November 15. "Not slowing down the train for anybody. I believe in 2025 I will most likely be world champion," Paul said around the 6 mark. "It's not even about the path. I think I'm ready for it in the next couple of months here, and I'm most likely going to go for it in 2025. Paul, who competes in the cruiserweight division, will instead face bare-knuckle fight championship star Mike Perry on July 20. Tyson had to withdraw from the fight due to a medical issue, which caused the postponement. While the 27-year-old has faced a ton of criticism for his choices of opponents throughout his young career, he has a 9-1 record with 6 wins by knockout. Paul added that he believes many fans are unaware of his true skills because his recent fights have ended so quickly. "It's really just my God-given ability and my willpower to do this. People haven't even seen me fight in the past year because of 2 first-round knockouts," he said. It will be interesting to see how Paul fares against stiffer competition, but it's clear that he's determined to achieve his goal of winning a title. Jake Paul says he'll go for world title in 2025 after Mike Tyson boxing fight. Jake Paul speaks with ESPN's Andreas Hale and addresses the reasoning for delaying the Mike Tyson boxing match until November 15th. Jake Paul says that "I'm still fighting Tyson November 15th, but Mike Perry is a good experienced partner to go in there with, to test my skills, to get better with each fight. And he's just as violent, just as much knockout power as Tyson. And so I believe if I can put my skills to the test against him, then I'll have an easier time with Tyson in November. And I just want to gain as much experience as possible." So when the fight was announced, a lot of people was like to watch fight. They were surprised that it was Mike Perry stepping up and not maybe some journeyman they'd never heard of. The danger factor is what is appealing to this. He's super dangerous. I think he's one of the most violent fighters he's undefeated in. Bare knuckle, which is arguably the craziest sport in the world. So I have a lot of respect for Mike Perry, and I know he's a killer. He's a knockout artist. He's tough. He has good cardio. He doesn't stop coming forward. So there's a lot of risk. But that's what's propelled me so far in my career, is not slowing down and always challenging myself further and further with each fight. And July 20th, people will see me against maybe my toughest opponent to date and see how easy and quickly I stop him. Curious though, with risk, even if you were to win, there could be a cut. There could be a headbutt, like things could happen that can affect the November 15 fight. So I'm not too worried about it. And there's enough time in between the fights too for me to recover from anything. I believe I could stop him in 1 round, 2 rounds, and maybe max he makes it to the 3rd round, but yeah. People really need to stop doubting me and realize that I take this sport more seriously than 99% of pro boxers actually. And I'm obsessed with this. And when I put my mind to something, I become the best at it. That's what I told myself with YouTube. I'm going to become the most viewed YouTuber. When I didn't have any views, put my mind to it, made it happen. And I can do that in any aspect of my life. Mike Perry is the perfect person to step in, and I believe in 2025 I will most likely be world champion. It's not even about the path. I think I'm ready for it in the next couple of months here, and I'm most likely going to go for it in 2025, which sounds like a shock. Not slowing down the train for anybody. I believe in 2025 I will most likely be world champion, Paul said. It's not even about the path. I think I'm ready for it in the next couple of months here, and I'm most likely going to go for it in 2025. Instead of facing Tyson this summer, Paul will now take on bare-knuckle fight championship star Mike Perry on July 20. The 27-year-old Paul, who competes in the cruiserweight division, has faced substantial criticism for his choice of opponents throughout his career. Nevertheless, he boasts a 9-1 record with 6 wins by knockout. Jake Paul says he still has huge plans to become a boxing world champion by 2025. Paul, 27, was due to take on Mike Tyson in another exhibition bout this month, but those plans have since been curtailed. The social media star has drawn plenty of eyes to the sport since the start of his career, and he still holds high hopes as to where boxing can take him. Jack says, having fought 10 times professional, Paul has identified the one thing he needs to continue climbing to the top. "I believe in 2025 I will most likely be a world champion," the American recently told ESPN. "I think I'm ready for it in the next couple of months here, and I'm most likely going to go for it in 2025. It's really just my God-given ability and willpower to do this. People haven't really seen me fight in the past year because of 2 first-round knockouts. If Mike Perry can make it out of the first or second round, maybe people will see a little more of me, but I don't believe that anybody can hang with me at 200 pounds. Despite Jake's bold claims as of late, he is unlikely to be handed a boxing rank even if he fights both Perry and Tyson. If Paul had defeated Hasim Rahman Jr., the WBC had previously stated that he would have been handed a rank in the professional world. Therefore, if he is genuinely interested in becoming world champion, he must return to that path to make good on his 2025 goal. Paul believes that many fans underestimate his abilities due to the quick nature of his recent victories. "It's really just my God-given ability and my willpower to do this. People haven't even seen me fight in the past year because of 2 first-round knockouts," he explained. Despite the skepticism surrounding his boxing career, Paul remains steadfast in his ambition. His fight against Perry will serve as a crucial test of his skills as he gears up for a potential world title run in 2025. As Paul continues to face tougher competition, it will be interesting to see if he can silence his critics and achieve his goal of becoming a champion. As Paul looks ahead to 2025, his focus is clear: to become a world champion. He acknowledges that the road will be tough and that he will need to face some of the best fighters in the world. However, Paul is confident in his abilities and believes that his unique journey has prepared him for this moment. A world champion in boxing, we have to look at what got him here in the first place. As you know, Jake started off on Vine in the shadow of his older brother Logan Paul, and they grew on the internet. They took YouTube by storm, becoming mainly hated by the beef they stirred up and mainly just being kind of cringe. His fighting against Perry will serve as a crucial test of his skills as he gears up for a potential world title run in 2025. As Paul continues to face tougher competition, it will be interesting to see if he can silence his critics and achieve his goal of becoming a champion. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest boxing content and new updates.